Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Next on Deck. That's right, it's Tuesday. It's our favorite night of the week when it comes to
What
wrestling.
up, cookies?
Me is the GREG, Greg to some, Mongo to you, bushwhacking since 92, and my favorite toenail polish is navy blue. Joining me, of course, is my forever co-host. He is the forever Intercontinental Champion. He's a man himself, Matty Reigns. Now, Matt, unfortunately, I didn't get to talk to you yesterday, but unfortunately, you had a rough weekend.
Man,
Only the IC belt left.
I only got one damn belt left, even though I predicted Elimination Chamber perfectly.
Yep.
So at this point, I am just gonna call myself the uncrowned predictions champion. I'm about to be Shawn Michaels with the Intercontinental Championship, knowing Razor Ramon is walking around as the official champion.
I cannot believe y'all both did that, and then same fucking tiebreakers. Not the same one.
Yeah, because Tito just copied everything I put.
I was lined up.
That's why I said I don't know what Tito did, but I know I won. I know I won.
Every match correct. Every match correct, and 2 out of 3 tiebreakers wasn't enough. Yeah, Cookies, what's going on, brother? You retained, man. You're a champion. You're still a champion.
Yeah, Cookies, you missed us last night, brother. But welcome. You ain't missed nothing. If you watch Raw, you all that happened was we did a live stream. You just didn't watch Raw with us, but we all watched Raw. We just watched Raw as a family.
Yeah.
Oh, you good, Cookies? Shoot.
All right, bro.
Also, side note, this is the hoodie that they tried to steal. This is it. I literally just came home. I got home at 6:07. All I did was switch from jeans to sweats. And I'm going to stand up and show y'all. There.
There you go. Get comfy. Get relaxed.
I got comfy. Poured me some. I don't drink hard liquor that often. But after the bullshit of this day, poured out some Jameson. And me being the beer man, this is Jameson crafted in IPA beer barrels. So it's whiskey and beer because I ain't going to miss out on my beer. So that's that.
How's that taste? What's going on, Kanisha?
It tastes, when I bought it, see,
Hey,
this is the weird thing about it. You ask me, how does it taste? That's basically what Kroger asked me because they had it on clearance. I went to the Kroger liquor store and I was in there looking around. I was like, clearance? Like, why is this? Oh, okay. I was like, it's good. It tastes good to me. It's liquor. It ain't bourbon. But it's better than paying what it was supposed to. I think I only paid like $20-something for it. It was supposed to be like $40. Yeah, if y'all didn't know, here in Kentucky, our Krogers have liquor stores. And some of those liquor stores have clearance liquor. And they even give you can buy that liquor. They even give you Kroger Plus coupons on that liquor too.
All right. That's not a bad deal then. So yeah, we were talking before the show. Raw last night, it was exciting.
Right.
But as you pointed out, looking back at it, only 3 matches on the entire
Only
show.
3 matches. Like me and Greg were talking before the show, like he said. And during the live stream, it didn't seem like it was 3 matches because we were talking and all that. We're interacting with everybody. But me being the scorekeeper for the fantasy game, I had to double back this morning because it wasn't busy at work at the moment. So I went on cage side seats and went right to the Raw Live blog. And then it's like, da-da-da-da-da, CM Punk, Seth fight, da-da-da, match. Then it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da, match. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, match. That's the show, folks. I'm like, hold up. It's only, I kept scrolling up and down. Like, it was only 3 matches. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a real easy day of scoring. That's why the score was so out so early this morning. Because I'm like, holy shit, I only have 3 matches to count. Cool. And it's to laugh at that 3 and be like, we're gonna have 8 in 2 hours. Just watch.
It was they managed to get a lot out of 2 specific moments. Of course, first off, Seth and Punk fought for the entire 2.5 hour show. They would just pop up.
They even confused us during the live stream because they came back from commercial to them fighting, and me and Kenny both. Kenny was like, because Kenny and Mike were ahead of me. They were like, "Did they fight?" Oh wait, and then when I saw it, I was like, the only reason I know it's not live, besides y'all were like, "Oh, I thought they were fighting again," is because the little Netflix end was in the corner, the top right hand corner. Because I was literally thinking like, "Oh shit, are they fighting again?" They're like, "No, we're just gonna replay it and not tell y'all it's a replay." Unless it's
immediately.
Unless it's John Cena.
But then after that, they had Pierce walking backstage with Seth, and then he started fighting with Punk again. Like, geez, right. All right.
And then they come to the conclusion, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know about you, but I was kind of just like, okay, I guess. After all that, they're like, we're gonna put y'all in a steel cage match.
All right.
Right. It's like they need more than that, bro. Like,
these dudes want to kill each other.
Right. I'm like, they need a gun on a pole match. They need like a shank on a pole match. That's what they want. They don't want a steel cage. All right, cool. Y'all just go. Y'all saving. Y'all protecting us. You ain't protecting them.
That's interesting because it's not a Mania match. So, like, what's the Mania match going to be?
That, like I was telling Kenny, I told them this last night. This is where, like, after everything, the breadcrumbs like the road to WrestleMania is slowly starting to kind of make sense to me somewhat. Like, now that John Cena has turned heel, it's like, all right, John Cena, Cody, Drew, and Priest, because he got that roll up ass pin. Even though we're kind of like, nah. This is where I think the favor is going to come in. Either, for some reason, I feel like it's going to come down, it's going to be a triple threat match or something. It's going to come to the point of Roman is like, nah, I want him. Because we haven't seen Roman since he got curb stomped to death at the Rumble. Yeah. And it's like, Roman is going to be like, nah, I need him. I need to beat his ass. And that's when Punk is like, nah, I need a favor. Or this is where I feel like somewhere out of with those 3, this is where Roman's going to come in. This is where the favor is all going to come in. I don't know how or when, but the favor is, this is the favor. The favor is, this is where the favor is going to be enacted. It's not going to be Shane McMahon and the black box. It's not going to be that. They're not going to men in black us and make us forget this. This favor is now going to pop up magically. Because it was just last week at this time when we were like, oh man, Cody ain't going to sell his soul, but who's going to join him? It could be John Cena. But it's like, could it be? And we learned that we got burnt on that. And then we didn't learn our lesson last night as the main event of Raw.
I definitely didn't learn my lesson.
We definitely, because we both said it. We were all, if y'all weren't watching, it was a shock. It was a shock because we're basically almost 30 years removed from this type of stuff happening at this point. I essentially called it Attitude Era title changes because when I first started watching wrestling, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I literally just started watching. My first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 15, and part of that build, I think I started maybe 3 weeks into WrestleMania, a month before WrestleMania. So it's like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. But title changes going into WrestleMania used to happen in the Attitude Era, like Mankind, The Rock, Stone Cold. Mankind was Io Sky is literally Mankind her way into this. It was Rock, Austin, Rhea, Bianca, and they're like, "Yep, Bianca." We were all like, "Oh yeah, Mankind ain't winning. Io ain't winning. It's gonna be Rock, Austin." Psych. Now Mankind is the champion, and it's like, what the fuck? And there is no halftime heat that can, like, there ain't nothing that there is no roadblock. Roadblock is in NXT. Like, there's like that is the match. Like that, like for them to just out of nowhere to say, hey, title change, because me and Greg literally said it last night. No, and it's basically how everybody else thought. Could Io win? Yeah, but is she? Nah, they just want Rhea to look strong before she faces off against Bianca. No. That's the one match that Triple H is making sure he saves it in his back pocket.
Yeah, I mean it's a big match for sure.
Because I thought we were going to get it last night. All the way down until that ending. I was, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. And then it was like, nope. Triple H, you sneaky bitch. You sneaky Triple H, you heard us talking shit. You heard, because the Masked Man show, they said the same thing we said. We was talking all this shit about the WrestleMania build being ass. Like, man. And he's like, I'll show y'all ass. I'll show y'all some ass.
About the chamber? We didn't give a damn about that chamber last week. We didn't give a shit about
that. That man was like, okay, I'll show y'all ass. John Cena turn, Io Sky, Women's World Champion. And now WrestleMania 41 is looking like it's going to be, it ain't going to be 40, but it's not going to be ass.
It ain't going to be maybe one of those mid-30s where you're like, it's Mania season, maybe something cool will happen. No, this is going to be a good one.
Like, this was looking like, man, we about to be held hostage for 2 nights. And now, like, let's fucking go.
All it took was 2 shows. That's all it needed.
All it took was 2 shows.
Yeah, I thought they fucked up the count when Io won. I did too for a second because, like Matt said, we just assumed we were locked in, and no, we were not.
Like, I was all in on Io losing until Rhea said the magic word. I'll see you at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I'm like, because that literally threw me off, because going into Monday, I'm already like, I love me some Bianca, not like Mike do. That Mike been with her since day one. That like I am with Jada Parker. Jada Parker is my Bianca Belair. But Bianca, like, I was team Bianca. She ain't seen her best friend get killed by her other friend. Then she's just out there as the Elimination Chamber winner, chilling. And here come mommy just fucking with her. And I'm like, mommy, I love you. But why you, like, she already got enough on her plate. Why are you coming over here fucking with her? Like, why is everybody fucking with Bianca right now? Leave her alone. She ain't even messing with nobody. And she even said it. She's like, I'm just here to watch. Why are you messing with me? And I felt that. And out of nowhere, it was like, Ray is just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just keep fucking with you. Ray, you have a match. Why do you keep messing with her? Leave her alone. Like, get the match set in stone first. But no, she had to keep talking shit. And as soon as she said, "Oh, I see you at WrestleMania," I'm still in disbelief. Because now it leaves me, I said it in the chat last night, late night, and I said, like, y'all, forgive me, but this is what I think is gonna happen, even though it's ass. What, like, some folks are saying, oh, it's gonna be a triple threat. It's gonna be a triple threat. It's gonna be a triple threat. It could be, but at the same time, who haven't we seen on our screen for a while? It would make all the sense in the world. Because now I could see Rhea basically being like Seth was a few years ago, throwing a whole temper tantrum. I want to face somebody. I want to face somebody. Nobody can beat mommy except the man. Because what's Becky been doing? Becky ain't under contract. Becky's sitting at home. What better return than have Becky show the fuck back up?
Pulls the SummerSlam Bianca match, beats her in like 15 seconds.
Because on top of that, I said
shocking what happened
another thing I said last night. It pissed me off that for the second year in a row now, because I said Triple H, you done fucked up. This is me being the super wrestling nerd historian, but it was just last year, so I'm pretty sure everybody else will remember this. Io Sky was the women's champ going into WrestleMania last year, and she lost to Bayley. So what are you about to do, Triple H? I know you're not about to have this girl lose 2 years in a row. If you do, that means her and Gunther are both suck ass at WrestleMania.
Both of them are WrestleMania losers, baby. I told you my
what gotta happen?
I told you my out of pocket prediction for Gunther, in an effort to save Gunther, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Do you think something shocking will happen at NXT tonight? There's gonna be a title change tonight. I would bet my house on it.
Tony D that's the match. I put him on the bench for a reason because I'm pretty sure that match happens today.
It does. Yeah, that's the main event tonight. That's the main event. Yep, Tony D defends against Shawn Spears.
One of the stars of wild cards. Got to lose his title.
Shawn Spears is winning that belt, baby. Also, I saw that they WWE filed a trademark. We're going to see that group tonight, that 4-person mass group.
Yeah, because me and Mike, Twitter has called them the YNWO. Yeah. But
that
they
is
need a name.
Not the name they're going to go with. That's not the name they're going to
go with. They actually need a name.
Apparently, WWE trademarked the name The Culling.
I'm a so YNWO.
It's not a great one. Yeah, it's not a great. It's not their best. It's not their best.
I'm like, that does not sound scary. Y'all are Shield of Jace. Y'all need something scarier than that. Yeah. Even though the Shield ain't scary, y'all's nickname was the Hounds of Justice. It's way better than the Shield.
Yeah. Let's get into Raw real quick, kind of go over the important stuff. So CM Punk starts the show off. He gets on the table. He's all pissed off because he's CM Punk. And he's like, who do I need to talk about first? And Pat McAfee goes, The Rock, do The Rock. And Punk, Rock? Okay, The Rock. You bald bitch. So he's what do you say? He's a bald fraud.
You Mr. bald fraud. Because I bookmarked that to use. But I bookmarked that. Yeah, somebody was all, we're gonna get a lot of use out of this. You bald fraud.
Yeah. Like it's mostly against me.
No, not you.
Mr. Midlife Crisis decides to come in whenever he feels like it, but hasn't graced us with his presence tonight due to his bullshit about having goosebumps. He said, I have never been so desperate as to wear a fake title and declare myself the people's champion. He said that, and a lot of people were showing the images of him holding the AEW World Championship when he got injured and they had to crown a new one.
Uh-huh.
I understand what they're doing, but technically, Punk had the original World Championship. He was, storyline-wise, the unbeaten champion that just got hurt. So that's not exactly the same thing as The Rock making the People's Championship. Two very different things.
Yeah, the People's Championship is just
ass. There's a reason that shit hasn't shown up since Mania. There's a reason it hasn't shown up. It's stupid.
It's the stupidest belt. I hated it from the get-go. All it is a cheap marketing ploy for them to reveal the belt that they never used during the Attitude Era. Which I'm glad they did in hindsight. Like that's what always irritated me with that belt. They wanted The Rock to have his own personalized belt because Stone Cold had one. And then that belt got lost. And I'm like, good. Because The Rock, like when they showed the belt off, I'm like, that belt is ass.
Yeah.
The belt,
it ain't no
personalized belt.
No, it ain't no smoking skull belt. He then gets into John Cena and he calls Cena a sellout, and he says now everyone sees John Cena for who he truly is. John, I gave you the benefit of the doubt because of how hard you worked for the past 20 years. You will never catch me like that again. You lied to all these kids. You lied to all these fans that believed in you. At the end of the day, you're the man I always thought you were, and I will be coming for the both of you when the time is right. He said, don't worry. I'll be coming for blood. Speaking of blood, Seth Rollins, your wife needs to come get you because Becky Lynch, and the second he said Becky Lynch,
that part made me perk. That part made me perk up because I was like, oh, CM Punk ain't holding back at all. This is straight.
Nope.
This is getting good.
Yeah.
My neck, I heard that was T. I'm like, yeah, Becky, you better get your husband because if he keep coming around me, I'm gonna beat his ass. You better save him. This sounds real.
It was a great promo to open the show. It was as energetic and chaotic as it needed to be considering the chamber ending.
Right.
Seth comes out and Punk says, "Oh, he's coming out," and he throws the mic down, and they just start fighting. Okay.
First time ever where a wrestler has common sense. Oh, his music hits. I'm not about to wait. Nah, fuck that. Fuck this mic. I will meet you. I will see you when you gonna come out gorilla, and you gonna see me.
We always appreciate wrestlers that have common sense. That is
CM Punk was like his hatred was real. He was like, As soon as he heard burn it down. Seth doing it little. I was like, Seth, you doing all that and you about to get hit.
Walking out there in again, some of the most ridiculous clothes I've ever fucking seen. Not as much as the chamber
stuff he's wearing, but lately I'm just like, bruh, you fighting and you doing all this, you just look ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't be the badass, aggressive, fuck you person and wearing what the hell you're wearing. It's strange.
If you dressing like Two-Face and be trying to fight too, like, dude.
After that, we go to break. When we come back, they're replaying footage and then showing that they got in a fight again after they had broken up in the crowd. And later on in the night, Pierce is walking with Seth backstage, and Seth looks off to the side of the camera, sees Punk, and motherfucker, and takes his jacket off and runs at him. So they fight the entire night until eventually they finally keep them apart and we get a match out of it.
A booty ass steel cage match.
Yeah.
Because the crowd, they're protecting us, y'all. They ain't protecting them. They're protecting us.
Those punches had some oomph behind them, man. Almost like Travis Scott's pop to Cody's ear.
I am not shocked he injured Cody because
slapped the shit out of his ear.
Right, I was like, and supposedly he's getting training and all this. I don't want to see him in the ring. I know Justin said Bad Bunny versus against Travis Scott. I don't want to. I love Bad Bunny. I'm a big Travis Scott fan. Stick to the music. Him doing what he did on Saturday, minus that hit, he was great. Like him just kind of being in the background, burning sage, being menacing is good enough. Leave it to The Rock and John Cena.
Pretty much. I think Justin just kind of wants chaos at this point. I didn't even know this match happened because I walked away for a few minutes. Otis versus Gunther happened.
That was one of the three matches when it initially started. I was like, is this about to be a match? Because Gunther came out and I was like, oh, okay, I'll see what y'all doing. Gunther ain't y'all don't have nothing for the Gunther to do, so he's gonna get all these layup wins, points, basically for us, but don't mean nothing. He's gonna get all these layup wins before he does the big L to as what Twitter, to the people that hate him on Twitter, they call him the Yeet Merchant.
The Yeet Merchant.
The Yeet Merchant. The Yeet Man. Oh, Yeet Man.
He beat Otis in like, I don't know, 10 minutes, something like that. It was solid. It was a good match.
Right.
But again, like you said, it's a layup win for Gunther until he gets to Jay, which he'll lose to Jay. We then see AJ Styles getting asked about what happened with Cena, and Styles was like, "Oh, I didn't expect that." Karrion Kross, they're trying to like get all of these wrestlers giving their opinions on Cena.
Yeah.
Which I get it. I get the idea that like everyone should be shocked about this. Like, all right, you're doing this and you're replaying the heel turn 15 times.
Right. And if anything, like if y'all want to get people's reactions, they started it off well. They started off real well with having CM Punk. That's when you think of John Cena, you think of CM Punk. Like CM Punk, for the people that are in the company, that's the type of person you want his reaction because CM Punk had his biggest moment against John Cena. You want to get AJ's reaction because what's AJ's biggest rivalry? John Cena.
John Cena.
Like you want it against, but then you start asking everybody. Like you don't want to ask every single damn person. You want to ask the people like a Roman, a Seth, because those are people that have had big moments against John Cena when he was still worth a damn, at least.
And then there's one more name, and it's R-Truth, and that's a whole different reason.
Right, because that's his childhood hero.
Yeah, we need 30 minutes of R-Truth coming to terms with what happened with Cena. Because I don't know if have you been following Truth on
R-Truth
Twitter?
was like, I'm about to crash out. And I was like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. He about to start smoking again.
Truth has been struggling with this. Oh my God.
R-Truth is the voice of all the little children out here who are just confused as hell as to why. I saw someone tweet this. They were like, yeah, my son is in disbelief that his second favorite wrestler is beating up his favorite wrestler.
That's what was funny about all these videos of these kids crying and like, oh, they're crying because John Cena broke their hearts. They're crying because Cody's getting his ass whooped. Those are Cody fans. Those aren't John Cena fans.
We're the Cena fans. Seeing Santa beat up Frosty the Snowman at this point. Like, what the fuck is happening? Why are both of these people fighting? Y'all supposed to love each other. Why is Santa fighting Frosty the Snowman? Y'all don't understand. It's turf war in the North Pole, man.
It's a hard life. Cross, I guess, was trying to like tempt wasn't Styles and Braun supposed to be fighting for a title match? Isn't that what we were leading to?
I'm glad you brought that up because this episode did a great job of just trying to chicken us. Because I was thinking the same thing. I thought we were going to get Braun AJ. Oh no. Because then we got Finn talking shit. He was talking big shit popping. Let's go, Finn. We here, baby. But he talking shit to Braun Breaker. It's like, you want to be in the Intercontinental. You, like Kenny said, you can't win the belt, so now you want to go after the Intercontinental belt. I love you, Finn. Supposedly, 2025 is supposed to be your year. But this ain't coming from me. I've seen people say it on Twitter. I've said it on here before. The people, a.k.a. not me, mostly the ladies, and the people that like Dangalang, they want you to put the panties back on. That's what they want, fam. They need you to put they need the panties back. They want the wrestling panties.
Almost as if she could hear you talking about her specifically.
See, me personally, if it was up to me, Finn would have his CFO entrance. That's what I want to do again. I want to do that again.
Absolutely.
I want crowd participation, Finn. That's how I became a Finn fan. Because I was literally at the NXT event. Here comes this dude, Finn. All he do is drop kick. Duh! You know what? I'm about to do this too. Match was over. I get it. I like Finn Balor now. Finn is the greatest. It was like that.
Sometimes that's all it takes, man. Sometimes
not gonna happen for 84. Don't even try. Don't even try. I can see 84 in person.
Matt, I can see you being at a show. You're gonna be at a show that's a taping. They're gonna catch you on camera going just fucking dancing along with that shit.
No. They'll catch me doing the oval. They'll catch me doing that.
Giving the who. Yeah.
You got to see me doing that damn DJing. Oh no.
The Intercontinental Championship between Lyra and Ivy. Speaking of Intercontinental titles, man. Ivy Nile for some reason just got a title shot.
It was the booking behind this title was so ass backwards.
Yeah.
We knew. Like Kenny was mad, and I don't blame him because it's like, why did y'all even have Ivy Nile as a competitor, as a threat if she's just gonna lose? But on top of that, like I agree with Kenny with that, and on top of that, like I said, the booking has been so ass backwards. You've had her do nothing but lose, and then her first title defense. Of course, she's gonna win. Like that's what pissed us off, that it was Dakota, and now, her second title defense.
Can Ivy do it?
Second title defense.
She's losing to Ivy, and that's the thing is because we all really want to see Dakota win a belt. Like she ain't gonna win the world title. But like that Intercontinental Championship seems perfect for someone like Dakota.
Right.
And we've been riding with Dakota for a long time. We've been riding with Dakota for so long. We watched her grow from this like tiny, scared bully victim of Shayna Baszler in NXT to what she is now. We just want to see just one belt. Give her one.
We see what Bayley sees. Bayley brought her back to the company. Bayley got on her soapbox and was like, bring her back. She is good. Let us see. We see it. Bayley sees it. Let the world see it. Like that loss a couple weeks ago was so unnecessary because I just keep looking at her like, if y'all are doing all this, because now this is what I see it as, y'all are building Lyra up. Y'all getting her all these wins now. She about to take a big L at WrestleMania.
Possibly, yeah.
That's likely. Why does Dakota's gonna win at WrestleMania probably? But it's like, yeah, we're gonna be excited. She didn't need that loss. She didn't need to lose all the months ago prior to winning at WrestleMania. That could have been anybody. That could have been Natalia. Yeah. Like they had Natalia wrestling everywhere. Y'all can love y'all some Natalia. I'm ready for her to go. It's time.
It could have been Shayna. Could have been Zoe. Like since they're not doing anything, since they're
since y'all fired her ass.
Yeah, like could have been Indy Hartwell before she got fired. You know, like
anybody. They're like, no, we want to build up. Triple H is like, I want to have her lose to the person that I want to win at WrestleMania. It's like.
Yeah,
you got to be smarter than that, bro.
Yeah,
like not everybody can be a J.
No, you don't need to do that every single title match. It was a good match though. It was good. It ended with.
It was good. It showed some intensity that another level from Ivy I never seen before. I like that. Like,
yeah,
her and American Made both showed out in their losing efforts.
It is unfortunate they both lost. That because American made just. We still don't know what the whole point was in doing it if they're going to lose their first two feuds.
Yeah.
Because they lost to the Wyatts and they lost to the LWO. And then they get a title shot. It's like, they can't just be losers.
And they only saved themselves from that L by getting disqualified.
Yep. Ivy goes for a big boot in the corner after Lyra escapes the ankle lock. Lyra ducks, backbreaker, Nightwing, 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. They replay the Rollins Punk fight again. We're an hour and a half in at this point.
And if you haven't been hit with that, you're getting hit with John Cena. I know at one point they showed John Cena turning in multiple languages because I'm like, okay, that's enough.
Yes.
Y'all getting ridiculous.
Yes, they did. Like, we get it. It's a big deal. We get it. We get it. We understand. I saw people saying yesterday that it was bigger than the Hogan turn.
See, I was just thinking that because I've seen people like this. Like, if we want, I'm gonna be nitpicky. Because this is the biggest turn in WWE history. Yes, it is. Because what happened in WCW is exactly WCW. This is one of the biggest wrestling turns. This is one of the biggest turns in wrestling history. It's the biggest turn in WWE history. The biggest turn in wrestling is still, unfortunately, as much as we hate him, it's Hulk Hogan becoming Hollywood Hulk Hogan and joining the NWO.
Yeah, because it changed wrestling.
Right, it literally
changed wrestling.
Changed wrestling. It brought wrestling from being Saturday morning cartoons to this is grown people. This is grown folks talking. This WCW, this is where the big boys play. Like, nothing is ever going to be able to top that. Wrestling, like, people are all, wrestling is cool again. Yeah. But that is the moment when wrestling, like, all hell broke loose. That is the one and only time we are ever going to be able to say that WWE/WWF was possibly about to go out of business.
Glazing Hogan. Yeah, I know.
Like, because this is how
it is what it is. That's just it. It is genuinely has never been topped. It was a moment that not only changed the culture of wrestling, it led to wrestling becoming a sensation across not only the country but the world. Like, it was this massive thing.
If Sting was the third man, that shit would have flopped like ass. It would have flopped quickly.
It would have been maybe okay. Maybe it would have been all right, but it wasn't going to be what it ended up being.
And essentially, like, me mentioning Sting joining the NWO is essentially is John Cena. Because as much as I love, just like last week, we were like, could it be John Cena? Oh, it can't be John Cena. And we wrote it off because it's like the only reason they did so well in this is the execution.
Yeah.
The thought of heel John Cena is cool in hindsight when you think about it, but it all depends on the execution. They executed it 10 out of 10. A+, 5 stars. Like, that's how you do it. But Damian brought it up yesterday. Mike and Kenny think he's going to wrestle for 2 more years. I don't. Me and Damian are both on the, he doing all this. It's great. He's still going to be gone after December.
Yeah, and that's the hard. That's the hard part about it. And he only had, at the beginning of the year, he had 30 contractual dates in WWE that he was going to hit, right? 30 days.
Right.
To go across the entire year. So Rumble, Chamber, Mania.
WrestleMania.
Now he's going to have a few Raws probably, but we're not going to see him that much. And like you said, unless I don't know, maybe Kenny and them are right. I don't think they are. I don't think him and Mike are right. I'm with you and Damien. December is it. So we don't get to salivate and like sit in this for more than 9 months. We have 9 months left of this.
Like that's what instantly pissed me off with this. It's like you would turn heel when you can't, like in your last year, you're on your Kobe retirement tour. We know this is your last, everything is your last, and now you want to be heel. It's like I love it. I have to cherish it because after December, you're going to be basically Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock. Like what you're known as is what you're going to be permanent as. You're known as don't give up. The salute. So
he's going to have to be that by the end of December. He's going to turn back into that by the end of December.
Yeah, it's good. We're getting an abbreviated heel run just for him to go back to hustle, loyalty, and respect all at the end of it. Like the what I can only hope for is, even though we're saying it's an abbreviated heel run, is he going to be heel for the 9 months now? And is that how because John Cena is John Cena and he respects the business so much. So we know he's going to go out on his back. We know he's losing. So is him being heel, is that how he puts somebody over? That's not Cody.
Maybe the last match he gets beat and then he shakes the guy's hand and then you get to see him be the last thing we see is
Rock Hogan, WrestleMania XA.
Yeah.
Without the NWO jumping him.
Yeah. Pretty much. That is the thing. Like, it was an awesome. I like you said, it was probably the best heel turn in WWE history. But that is important. As an important note, WWE. Yeah. WWE history. That's the important thing. It's cool. It's going to lead to some great shit. But at the end of the day, it does feel like we could have had more. And instead we do this. But I'm excited to see it play out. And
I'm excited for the execution of everything. Like John Cena, all of us had always been like, man, even John Cena brought it up. Yeah, 2012, I was supposed to turn heel. I had the theme, everything already picked out. And I
know Travis Scott's making his heel theme. Just use bad man. Just use
like there's no reason for them to because this is me being the wrestling nerd and the theme guy. What's the point of going all in, doing all this for something that's only gonna be this long?
Yep.
Like the reason we remember, like, case in point, why did we all go crazy last year? It wasn't for the final balls. We all went crazy when he finally did that flip. If you smell the y'all wanted Hollywood Rock. Hollywood Rock lasted way longer. It's going to last way longer than this heel Cena.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have a good theme because he's John Cena. And that'll probably be some like heel Cena is going to be that person that we're like, man, I wish we could get more of this. We're not.
Could you imagine if they did this and they gave him a fucking Def Rebel song for his theme? John Cena of all people. With Vince
they're going to go all out for this heel persona because it's a bucket list item, essentially. I didn't get to do this in 2012. I'm about to do it now. And then I'm going to go make my movies because I'm still loved. He's he's already in Hulk Hogan status.
Pretty much.
Without the Hollywood. He's already in Hulk Hogan status without putting Hollywood on his name.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where like we're gonna enjoy the ride. It's gonna be fun, but like we're gonna end up asking at the end of it, you know, what could have been. We could have had more. The last matches of the show, we had the War Raiders defend against the Creed brothers. Good match, really good match. By the end of it, though, they killed Julius. They flattened him against the backboard with Ivar crushing him.
Yeah, they killed both of them boys. Like I think, Julius got killed on the LED. I was over here like, how is the LED screen not broken? Kenny was like, how is he not broken? I'm like, I don't. Both. How are both of these things not broken? And like they killed them boys.
Yeah. I don't know who's next for the Raiders. The New Day, I guess. And even right now, the New Day's they did not take advantage.
I'm just ready for the multi-person tag matches, like SmackDown, Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Los Lotharios, Pretty Deadly. Get it over with. Raw, Raiders, Judgment Day, New Day, Creed, American Made, whatever y'all fuck they want to call them, and LWO. Boom. There y'all go. There's y'all's WrestleMania multi-person tag matches, because that's exactly what it's going to be. The team
and those
it's going to be the
those
team.
might end up being on like this Raw and SmackDown before Mania, which, you know, fuck. But the last match of the night was the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. We already talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the show. I just want to say that when Rhea had her in the riptide on the second rope, and she looked at Bianca and said, "I'll see you at Mania," you said that at that point you're like, "Oh, something's happening." Even when that happened, I didn't think Io was winning the match. What I thought was going to happen was she was going to hit the riptide, and then Bianca was going to attack her and get a DQ.
Right.
That's what I thought was going to, because I thought we were going to do a DQ finish. And then I was like, all right, if not a DQ finish, Io's getting beat clean. But no, Io counters with the Hurricane Rana and then hits the moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I love it. Like you said, you know, it's an Attitude Era ass turnaround where you just, you know, we're not locked into what we know is going to be the main event in 3 months. Now, hey, we get to just, you never fucking know what's going to happen. It's
really
TV wrestling.
Right. It's really thrown me for a loop now where it's just like, what the fuck is about to happen with Rhea now? Because they could go the lazy route and just be like, oh, triple threat. But that's why I just brought up Becky, because it's like, well, Becky ain't doing anything. Becky hasn't wrestled.
Becky is signed again. So, like, she's going to come back at some point this year.
Like, something that would make more sense to let Becky come back. Is Rhea going to be hurt that she takes an L at WrestleMania? No, because she spent the majority of the year either in the world title. She spent the majority of the year in the world title picture. On top of that, and if she ain't been in that, she's been hurt.
She was world champion.
And she just got married.
Yeah, she could lose straight for 3 months and it wouldn't really affect her style.
Like, let her lose and take some time off.
Yeah,
to be married.
Let honeymoon.
Right. Let Bianca in the same way. Like, Bianca has carried that women's division with no time off. What sense would it make for her to win the world title at WrestleMania? Like, you deserve some time off. And then on top of that, Io is the champ. Like, you already had Io win. What sense would it make for her to just win it, just lose it a month later?
Or for the belt. Maybe. I don't know. The thing about Io is we've been wanting Io to get that thing back. We wanted Io to beat Liv for it. Back in December, and they didn't do it then. Io did something unique when she won that belt. She became a Grand Slam champion in both WWE and Stardom. So she's the only woman to ever do that, which is massive. So like it was a history making moment for her. Just let her win at Mania, man. Just let her win the match.
Like that's essentially where I was just getting down to it. This is like, just let her win. Let her see. She is essentially the Bailey. She's this generation's Bailey. She's there. We already have Bailey, but she's part of the older. She's part of our generation, technically. Io is a different generation. She was under the old NXT. She is their Bailey. She flies under the radar, just like Bailey did, and Bailey had all the accolades. Io got all the accolades.
Before we get into NXT, what's this? I have a theory. What if Penta joins The Rock's new faction? You think about 3 Fingers, he did bad blows for Cena, but Penta. I don't know if Penta fits with The Rock. I'll be honest with you. That is a strange one. I mean, if they want to just throw a ball to left field, I guess. But I think they're happy with Penta being very over as a face for them in their mid card. I don't know what's gonna happen with that when his brother shows up. Speaking of which, so Rey Fenix yesterday got released from his contract. If you remember, Matt and chat, a few months ago, Phoenix was tweeting through his problems, which is never a good idea. Don't tweet through anything. If you're having an issue, you do not go on Twitter and just start saying,
"Oh boy," with his wife and Steve Smith should have heeded that advice. He should not have tweeted through the problem.
Never tweet.
Nor should he have called Steve Smith.
Yeah, that's true. Rey Fenix accused AEW and Tony Khan of inhuman treatment when it came to him being there, whether it was being injured and maybe not going to see a doctor. He was like alluding to like injury issues and then refusing to just let him go with his brother. That was all. That last one is all Phoenix and Penta's fault because they're the ones that were talking shit about AEW under contract.
Like, why the fuck were y'all bragging about a contract y'all hadn't signed yet?
While you were under contract with another promotion, like Tony Khan had every right to hold y'all longer than he did.
I wouldn't be at work bragging about a new job if I haven't signed on the dotted line yet.
Nah.
All I got is an offer. Have you signed the offer? No. Then shut the fuck up.
There you go. Allegedly, it is according to Fightful, he probably signed a non-disparagement agreement in order to be let go early, which of course, because
he decided to disparage the fuck out of them willfully.
That man was about to go on some podcasts and just let
that man was about to go on Chris Van Fleet and let it fly.
Going to go on Conan's show, everything. But instead,
everywhere.
Tony said, "Hey, if you just shut the fuck up, you can leave today."
Like,
and that's what they decided to do.
Just say, like, when they ask, like, you ain't got to put us on your resume. When they ask what happened, this is just a gap in employment. I was going through some things.
Yeah. So thankfully, that's done. Rey, I don't know if they put him with Penta immediately because Penta is getting over as hell on Raw.
Remember, I brought it up weeks ago where I was like, Penta is over. Because Kenny brought it, he asked the question yesterday, which was essentially what I brought up weeks ago. Penta is super over. How y'all going? You can't Lucha Bro him now. Like, they gotta like kind of slow burn their way into Lucha Bros. You can't Lucha Bro Penta now. Especially at the last night.
And Penta was on Penta was on Sheamus's Warrior Workout channel. He was talking about wanting to be a champion this year, and then he was on Van Vliet, and he said the same shit. So like, all right, Penta is looking to become a like Intercontinental Champion this year.
Yeah.
So that's his goal. So I don't think they can really put Phoenix and him together immediately.
Mike brought up a good point yesterday. Have Rey Fenix go to NXT.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Or have him go to SmackDown. It's like at this point they might as well be on separate shows because once they become the Lucha Bros, it's over.
Yeah, and WWE doesn't tend to let
once they become the Usos again, it's over.
Yeah, because WWE doesn't tend to let tag teams get single success usually ever. So yeah, once they form up, that's the end of their solo runs. I might be wrong, but I think Jack Swagger has the same allegations that Rey Fenix. He does. Jack Swagger absolutely does. Unfortunately, Jack
Swagger, because that man got drunk on Twitter and drunk tweeted, and them shits are probably still up.
Yep, his ass. He probably had. They're not the only wrestlers that had these complaints against AEW. And no company's perfect. You know, you never know what the hell happened.
Jack Swagger saying it is funny because he is just white.
Swagger,
white. Like you ain't got nothing.
Swagger got a job. Got that job probably because of his buddy, because of Jericho.
Yeah, he got it because of Jericho, who he beat for his only world title.
Yeah, so looking back at that, that's probably something that Jericho wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah, so this isn't the first time. I'm sure this won't be the last time we'll hear those kind of allegations against AEW. It's just tough to look at them and believe them, I guess, because
the real negotiation. Someone brought this up on Twitter, and I just remembered it just now. The real negotiations are going to be. We've all been saying this person needs to go to AEW. Oh, yeah, it'd be perfect for him to go there. It makes perfect sense. Their significant other did not leave AEW on the greatest of terms. Cedric Alexander and Big Swole.
Yeah.
How are you going to have Cedric Alexander show up in AEW when his wife literally said, Tony Khan, ain't it?
That was crazy because I remember that. And I remember it being her saying, you know, I like Tony, I like that locker room. There are things that they're working on to like make it better in these areas. And Tony went off on her. Like she accused him of some horrific shit. All she said was, you know, they're working on adding like inclusivity and things, and they're getting there. It's not at where you want to be, but they're working on it. That's all she said. And he treated her like shit.
He talked about her like a dog. Acted like Greg said, he acted like she was calling him out for sexual harassment. And all she said was the company has a little bit of they got room to grow and they're going through growing pains.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying that, man. Because that happened in what, year 3?
Yeah, and he acted like she was saying the company was horrible. Other people have said worse about AEW. All she said is the company is cool. It's going through growing pain. It is what it is.
She enjoyed her time there, and then Tony went nuts, and then she said, "Damn, we shared weed together, and you're doing this to me, like, damn." So yeah, I didn't even think about that, Matt. But now that you mentioned that, Cedric going to AEW, unless they patch things up. Unless Swole and him patch things
like
up.
Like a conversation will have to be had and stuff has to be hashed out.
Because that was one of the first times where we were like, oh, Tony, that didn't seem like the friendly boss that he's claiming to be.
Right. You know, it was Tony taking stuff personal that it's like, okay, you say you're the cool boss, but you're really not. You take a lot of this stuff personal.
Everything, exactly, Tito. Every company, even WWE, every company, the whole point of life is to grow and mature and be better than you were the day before. There's nothing wrong with saying that. That was the first time where Tony just like went the fuck off, and usually he was taking shots at WWE because this was during the NXT Dynamite era, where he just like take pot shots, and they were funny. But this is the first time where one of his former wrestlers comes out, barely says anything negative, and he lost his shit. And that's when people were saying, Tony, just get off Twitter. Just get off Twitter, Tony. Stop tweeting, Tony. And he kept tweeting. And now that has not changed. He still does that.
Right. Also, on top of that, because I saw someone put this up on Twitter, a good old throwback of that classic promo that TK Poole did when they were in partnership with Impact.
Oh, yep.
That promo is cringy for them to be. Oh, he's standing there with the AEW, with some of the AEW roster, Ricky Starks and Britt Baker. Two people he's on the outs with. Oh, wait, Ricky Saints, because one of them ain't even in the company no more. And on top of that, he's standing there with them, and he's like, oh, yeah, it was nice for me to show a company like Impact some love. And I'm like, whoo, this is bad. It's like TNA ended up working with NXT, and y'all, they're comfortably in second. But TNA has all the eyes on it because they have a partnership with NXT / WWE.
If TNA was on a better channel, who knows what they'd be doing. I don't know if they'd be in second. I think they'd still be in third place.
And I wouldn't be shocked if WWE is helping them with that.
They probably are, because they probably might have already bought them.
Right. I said it from the start. This is how they buy them. Hey, we're partners. Yeah, you go from partners to owning.
much like how they were just helping out ECW. They only helping out ECW. No, they owned ECW. I remember, because that was 2021 when TNA and AEW did their thing, and it was just every week was Tony shitting on the product.
Yeah,
he had former AEW World Champion. He had Brian Cage next to him in one of those, and had Brian Cage shit on TNA. He's like, "What the fuck is this for? Why?" And it was on TNA's program, so they were airing it on TNA. Like, TNA, why are you doing this? And the idea is like, all right, someone from TNA is going to beat Kenny and prove him wrong, and that didn't happen. Right. So it was. People can say what they want about, like, oh, their numbers went up during it. Cool. It still was people watching them get shit on their own product by the bigger company. Oh, my God. Let's get into NXT. Right now, there's not much announced.
Good. Which means they're going to try that. If it's not much, that means it's going to over-deliver.
True. As we learn at the Chamber. So yeah, we have 4 matches announced right now. Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker go one-on-one. Your
Angels, my baby versus Miss Parker.
Chelsea Green and Piper Niven tag team match against Sol Ruka and Zarya. And this was just announced about an hour ago. Cora Jade was talking shit about Jordynne Grace. Ava made a match. We're gonna have Jordynne Grace face Cora Jade one-on-one.
Oh Lord, thank you.
Yeah, points. That's points. That's points immediately. And then the main event is Tony D'Angelo defending the NXT North American Championship against Shawn Spears, and he will be losing to Shawn Spears.
Yeah, because Tony D'Angelo has made it this far. He had made it this long. It is time for my guy. I've been a day one Spaghetti Man supporter
It's unfortunate. It's been a bad title run, Matt.
It's really been an ass title run, though. He is a better chaser than he is champion. It was great seeing him chase Oba. Once he beat Oba, there's just like when Oba, we brought up when Oba won the world title, ain't really nobody for Oba to fight. And another podcast I listened to brought that up, and I'm like, we brought that up first. I'm glad y'all said it after we said it. But they noticed it too. Oba ain't got.
They listen to us. They listen to us.
Oba ain't got nobody to fight. Tony D really don't got nobody to fight. Like, it's Wes. Wesley, he's beat Wesley a bunch of times.
Yeah. You know how to stream NXT. So I think outside of here,
it's on Netflix.
In the States, it's Peacock. Yeah, in the States, it's Peacock. I think outside of the States, it's Netflix. Which is
unless you go on your other, you get your pirate on
your other options, which is something that I'll say it, I approve of. I personally recommend. That's a whole other story.
Right.
But that's going to be it for us tonight. NXT's, not too much announced. So like Matt said, should be a pretty good show because that's usually when they get crazy with it. Of course, TNA wrestlers are there. The Hardys are there. I believe Moose is backstage. So we should be seeing some stuff between Moose and Oba ahead of Roadblock next week.
Yeah, we should be getting something. We should get something with Steph and Julia since they're on this bullshit ass what is it? Title unification or title for title match.
Yeah, title for title.
One of them injured. So that's why they're having this match.
Because it really doesn't make any sense to do this.
It really doesn't.
It's a strange choice, but we'll see what happens. I don't know why they need to do it. I do wonder if Masha Slamovich shows up tonight because Cora is, she's challenging Masha for the TNA Knockouts World Championship at Sacrifice, I believe, is the next pay-per-view.
That would make there's a segment right there. You get Masha showing up, and then somebody got for the NXT. You said Moose was there, so probably Moose and somebody we ain't thinking about, like Eddie Edwards. This Eddie Edwards, I do not like Eddie Edwards. People be like, dang, Eddie is TNA Eddie Ford. He is Eddie Ford to me. I stopped liking Eddie Edwards after he stopped being a wolf. Like
I defended Eddie Edwards for so long. I was on that train for so long, and you know what? Yeah, I agree with you. It just didn't work out at the end. Phyllis after eating that. Hey, that just means it's good food, Kenesha. That's all.
Right. Hey, I'm about to eat. After this.
Speaking of that,
a little drinky drink. It's gone.
Speaking of that, Matt, that NXT channel recently uploaded an NXT episode where the Ascension were tag champions, and the Wolves showed up, but they were known as the Pit Bulls.
Ass.
They had the claw mark shit on the chest, like they're Pit Bulls. That's awful. That's bad. That's dog shit. Folks, thank y'all so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow to talk about what happened on NXT and get you ready for Dynamite. This weekend is, of course, Revolution. And damn, it's looking like a pretty good pay-per-view.
That's where Mike gonna lose his belt because he don't know no AEW. You don't know about AEW gonna mess us all up.
That's where Tito gets it back, right? Is my guess.
That's where I don't win again.
You can follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. You can also get us at Linktree and Fingertip/Under the Ring Pod. You go to either one of those, you're going to see us at our links, our own personal links. I am at Greg Bush SK on Twitter and at Greg Bush on Blue Sky. We got Kenny the Man at Rock Ribs 44. We've got our current double champion, the RE Series quiz champion, and the reigning Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions champion, Mr. Mike Jones, Mike Ciampa at Mr. Freshbeard. We've got our forever Intercontinental champion, the man himself, They can't take this one away. He is Matty Reigns at the right answer. We've got our street team captain, Tito at Borea Maliente. And last but not least, our good friend, local news correspondent, Justin D. Bonte Baxley. Folks, have a wonderful Tuesday night. Enjoy some wrestling. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh, that's the wrong song. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a drink. What you need to do?
Do the time, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Peace out, Maddie. Peace out, See you, Tito. Peace out, baby.
Peace.